Hey everyone, it's Casey from Books and Stuff. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my July TBR. Currently I have 5 books on it, which is a little bit ambitious for me, but 3 of them I think are going to be pretty easy. The first one I'm going to tell you about are more like comedies in the sense. They're nonfiction, so I think they're going to be kind of easy reads. When I was singing my TBR this morning, I was kind of wanting to read some lighter fare for July. I'm going on vacation, so I think it'll be kind of nice vacation reads. So we shall see. The first book I'm going to read is People I Want to Punch in the Throat by Mann. This is just, I think it's just a list. Oh no, it's written in chapters. I'm not sure. I've never really heard much about this. I got this as a kind of gag Christmas gift a couple Christmases ago. So we shall see. It says competitive crafters, drop-off despots, and suburban Scrooges. So we shall see. There's a lot of people I want to punch in the throat. So I think I'll relate to this a lot. The next book I want to read is You're Never Weird on the Internet, Almost, by Felicia Day. I actually know about Felicia Day because she stars in Eureka on Sci-Fi. It's an older television show. So I think this is her memoir, obviously, and I think it's just going to tell us about her life and kind of on the entertainment world. I know that she is pretty famous on the internet. She's kind of one of those people that are super famous at Comic-Cons and, like Will Wheaton, those kind of people. But I'm really eager to read this. I also have a hold on the audiobook, which I believe that she narrates. So depending on which one I get, well, I obviously have this one. But if I get to the physical book first, I'll read it. If I get to the audiobook, then I'll obviously listen to it when I'm at work. But I've had the hold on the audiobook for since May. And there's a lot of people on hold for it. So I don't know if I'll get it. And then the last kind of funnier book I want to read is Pawnee, the Greatest Town in America. Allegedly by Leslie Knope. This is Leslie Knope, and Pawnee is from the show Parks and Rec, which is one of my favorite shows. It's actually where I got the title of my channel, Books and Stuff. Their grocery store in Parks and Rec is named Food and Stuff. So when I was thinking of a channel name, I came up with Books and Stuff. But anyway, this is kind of like one of those. It's a fictional book that this fictional character wrote about this fictional town. But I think it'll be really funny to read and kind of like a good, pick me up. And it's kind of, I think it'll be a fast read. There's kind of a lot of pictures and ads and things like that. I think it'll be really funny and probably make me want to watch the show again. So I'm really excited for that one. Normally I wouldn't read those kind of coffee table books, but I really wanted to read something that would be light in July. So after I read those 3 books, I have more of a typical kind of YA beach read. It is Broken Hearts, Fences, and Other Things to Mend. It's by Katie Finn, who is it's another name for Morgan Matson. Morgan Matson's a YA famous contemporary author, and this is one of her her pen name. That's the word I was looking for. Her pen name. I've never read a Katie Finn book, so hopefully her writing it under Katie Finn is just as good as it is under Morgan Matson, because Morgan Matson books are some of my favorite YA contemporaries. I love that they all take place during the summer, and that they're fun, but also kind of a little bit deep. They kind of deal with deeper matters, especially Second Chance Summer. So I'm really excited to read this one. I've had this on my TBR for quite a while. And this is a trilogy, I believe. This is the only book I have so far. But I think the other copies are on Book Outlet. If I like this, I may go ahead and purchase it if I like it. So we shall see. And then the last book, if I get through all those 4, is A Man Named Ove. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's by Fredrik Backman. And this is a book that came recommended from a lot of people, but especially my mom. So I also have the audiobook out for this, but it's kind of a book I want to physically read, if that makes sense. I really enjoy audiobooks, but there's some books I want to experience for longer than 4 to 6 hours, depending on how long the audiobook is. I don't really know much about this book. I guess it's about like an older gentleman who new neighbors move in, and he's kind of like the grumpy old guy, kind of like from Up. So I've heard it's really funny and that it's like a great feel good book. So I'm really excited to get to that. And there's a movie. I don't know if it's I believe this is Swedish. So I don't know if it's a Swedish movie or a foreign movie, but I'm really excited to finally read it and to know what all the hype is about. So those are the physical books I'm going to read. Like I said in my first video, I also read a lot of audiobooks. I always have one going when I'm at my desk. So I can normally get, 4 to 6 hours of audiobook time depending on how in-depth whatever I'm doing at work is. So there's 2 books I know for sure I'm going to listen to audiobooks. I already have the audiobooks checked out. I use the Overdrive app from my library to check out my audiobooks. So the first one I have out is 1984, and I have the physical book obviously of 1984. So I'm going to listen to the audiobook of this. Sometimes reading classics or listening to classics in the audiobook version I find a little bit sometimes difficult. I really normally have to listen to them at a slowed down pace, like a 1. Instead of listening to like a 1.5 speed, I have to listen to the actual speed. But we shall see. This is just a book I've been wanting to read, but I haven't gotten to the actual book. So hopefully reading the audiobook will at least kickstart me to read it. I think it's going to I'm going to really be able to relate to it in the political sphere that we all live in right now. So that's one book. The second book I know for sure I'm going to have is 99 Days. I also have the physical book for this. It's a really beautiful book inside the pages. This is about a girl who I believe has a one-night affair with her boyfriend's brother, and so she's counting down the days till she gets to go back to college and kind of out of the small town sphere where they're all judging her for that affair. But it makes it sound like she's kind of torn between the brother and her boyfriend, so we shall see. It seemed like a nice contemporary read. And I really like listening to those on audiobooks. So those are the 2 that I have for sure checked out. I also have checked out The Book Thief, and I think that's it. But I have a couple on hold. I'm just going to pull up and let you know what I probably will get in during July. So I'll probably get in Ready Player One, which I know is becoming a movie. I've really been wanting to read that, so I think that'll come in July. I have it on hold, and I'm number 12 on 6 copies, so I think it'll come in. I also think that I will get to a couple Nicholas Sparks books. Message in a Bottle, that's the only Nicholas Sparks book I haven't read, and I've seen the movie, so I know what happens. I kind of like his. I've listened to his last one on audiobook too, and I like them because you don't really have to pay attention to what's going on. The whole gist of all of the Nicholas Sparks books are generally the same. It's just a general romance. So those are good audiobooks. And those are probably the only 2 I'm going to get in. The other ones, I also have The Raven Boys, the first book in that by Maggie Stiefvater. I have that one on hold, but I'm number 5, and there's only 2 copies, so I don't think that'll come in July. But we shall see. I will do a July wrap-up, and we'll actually see how much I got read. We'll see. This is pretty ambitious for me. I'm a kind of a slow reader, so we shall see. So, thank you for watching my July TBR. My next video will come out on Monday the 3rd, and it should be my June wrap-up if everything goes according to my plan. So, thank you for watching. Subscribe, leave a comment. I can't wait to start interacting with you all.